2,000 years ago, in the land surrounding the Mediterranean Sea, there was a vast empire, the Roman Empire. In this empire were grand cities, magnificent buildings, and riches of every kind. Rich emperors lived in palaces, and beggars lived on the street. Long roads connected all the cities of the empire, and all roads led to the capital, the grandest city in the world. All roads led to Rome. So let's step back in time to see what life was like in that ancient city. A day spent in ancient Rome would be a very full day, and it would start at sunrise. In these days before electric lights, it was necessary to get everything done while the sun was shining. That meant getting an early start to every day. Since the weather in Rome is warm most of the year, and since they were out when the warm sun was shining, Romans wore garments called tunics that left their legs bare. Most Romans had only one outfit that they wore every day, and it was rarely washed. The wealthy, on the other hand, wore draping pieces of fabric called togas over their tunics. And the most important Roman citizens wore togas with a bold, colorful stripe to make them stand out in the crowd. Finishing off a Roman outfit were sandals made of leather, not too different from the shoes of today. Roman homes were variations on familiar concepts as well. Very few people had houses of their own. But those who did lived in houses that were built around beautiful courtyards that may have even had swimming pools. Most people, however, lived in small apartment buildings that were made mostly of wood. For fear of fire, residents did not cook inside. They bought food already prepared, usually no more than soup and bread. Some people sat at tables, but most ate sitting on the floor. Mealtime in the homes of the wealthy was a different story. They ate large feasts and were served as they reclined on couches. Everyday Roman citizens would gather in the Forum, a busy square in the center of town. Romans could purchase goods from near and far using Roman coins called denarii. The Forum was abuzz with orators and politicians, holding lively debates and giving speeches. This would all be in the official language of the Roman Empire, Latin. Latin was not only used in spoken word, but also as a written script. They carefully carved words onto wax tablets, or they wrote with ink on papyrus scrolls made from plants that came from Egypt. It is from their writings that we have learned so much about their lives. For instance, we know that the Forum was only one place to visit in ancient Rome. There were also temples for worship, stadiums to watch races, theaters to see plays, and there were baths. The baths had pools of cool and hot water. The baths were a place to relax and socialize. For the poor, a visit was a rare luxury. The rich would visit every day. These are just some of the many things that we know about the way in which ancient Romans lived. Their detailed writings, their art, and their buildings reveal the habits of the extraordinary empire that ended centuries ago.